Primal is an animated show with no dialogue that is about the relationship between a caveman and a dinosaur. And if you're thinking right now, Rawrist, that doesn't sound interesting at all, you are dead wrong. It is one of the most beautiful, intense stories I have seen in a very long time. Mostly because we're during a pandemic, but also because it's really awesome. And it's only 10 episodes, and each episode is like 20 minutes, so it's 3.5 hours of your life. You already wasted a minute on this video. Don't pretend like you have anything else better to do. Watch it. And I'll be talking no spoilers first, but I will be talking spoilers at the end, and I definitely will let you know when I get into spoilers because I don't want to spoil this magnificent show for you. Okay, I know this is an easy win for me because I don't know if you can tell by the name Rawrist, the dinosaur intro, and the dinosaur artwork. I really like dinosaurs. A lot. Specifically T-Rexes. I just love them. So a prehistoric world where it combines dinosaurs and cavemen? Yeah, that's my type of fantasy. I do want to warn you right off the bat, this show is incredibly violent. Very, very graphic. Please do not watch children. Don't watch children unless you're a parent. But don't let children watch Primal. They will have nightmares. I would say anyone younger than 14 probably shouldn't watch this show. There's no nudity or swears because I know that just like triggers the hell out of people, but the violence is a lot. But it isn't like murder porn, violence porn, and I think some people are going to see maybe a trailer or a clip and think, oh, that's absolutely what this is. It is not. It is a beautiful story, and I know you're thinking, okay, how much of a storyline can it be without dialogue? You're gonna be absolutely shocked. The facial expressions, the pupils, their body language, the grunts, the roars are just conveys so much. I haven't cried from a show with no dialogue this hard since the movie Up. And if you didn't cry during that opening intro where his wife dies, there's no hope for you. But yeah, there's a lot of violence, straight up murdering children, ripping off limbs of animals. It's a lot. I'd say episode 7 was the most brutal for me. So, prepare yourself going into episode 7. But it always moves the story forward and just lets you know how brutal their world actually is. And I don't like violence for violence sake. I don't like slasher films because I just don't like watching people be murdered for no reason. It's not interesting to me in the least bit. This, I was hooked. There was never a point where I thought, okay, I'm gonna stop watching this or take a break because they went too over the top. Even though they definitely went a little over the top. So the general gist of the series is each episode Spirit and Fang, a T-Rex, medium size, and a Neanderthal caveman, they work together to survive a new threat. So one threat, for example, is a zombie-like plague, surviving that, and another threat might be some dinosaurs coming to just absolutely wreck their day. Another might be some mammoths. So each episode, while it continues the story, is a unique threat that is a lot of fun to see them fight and overcome and use their brains and survival instincts and all that. So before I go into spoilers, I will say, please give this series a chance. If anything, just watch the first episode. It's 20 minutes, 22 minutes. It's fine. You're in the bathroom. Maybe you're taking a break at work. You're eating your lunch. You're eating dinner. Just pop it on. Just watch it, but pay attention to it, which is why I really like this series. You actually have to watch it, and you can't just be on your phone or computer or whatever and multitasking. You need to focus on it, so concentrate your energy. But yeah, this show is I would give it a near perfect score. Oh, I can do it because this upsets people. I give it 9.9 T-Rexes out of 10. I take away a 0.1 because I'm afraid if I give this a 10 out of 10, something better is going to happen, and then I'm just going to be fucked. Now we're talking spoilers, so please stop watching if you haven't watched the series. Go watch it. I'd say episode 1 is my favorite just to see how Spear and Fang came together. So Spear, the Neanderthal, ends up losing his family, his wife and his 2 kids are eaten by a dinosaur, and he loses his mind. And then we have Fang, who ends up losing her 2 kids to the same dinosaurs who come and attack her and kill her children. They end up, through their grief, coming together and working together. So episode 1, I'd say, is just a lot of fun to see the backstory. Well, fun and is soul-crushing. Oh my god, I just watch people's families be utterly destroyed before my eyes. But the lengths they end up going to protect each other and the little tiffs they get into and how they communicate, being a Neanderthal that's mostly nonverbal, and a T-Rex, is fun. It's fun, okay? It's fun. I'd say after that, episode 3 is my next favorite, A Cold Death. Just how we felt for that elderly mammoth and seeing him be taken down, and then them trying to work together to take on the whole herd of mammoths. Wait, is a herd of mammoths called a herd of mammoths? I don't know. Doesn't really matter. And how they survive it, and it just was very heartwarming, and yeah, I'd say that's my second favorite. Episode 5, Rage of the Ape Men, was a very intense episode. Watching Spear take the liquid that makes him Hulk out, rage out, and seeing him just decimate the ape men just in brutally graphic ways. But then afterwards, taking care of Fang and doing all this just to assure that she gets better and she survives, willing to die for her. Just seeing how far their relationship has come. Those wild dogs afterwards, terrifying. Episode 7, Plague of Madness, was neat. I wish it focused more on zombies. I guess it wasn't exactly a zombie virus. It's more like rabies that make their skin fall off and just lose their shit. But I kind of wish it would have been, you bite and then a bunch of zombies were created, but we saw the first bite and then he just kills the rest of his herd and then is on a murder spree. So it wasn't, I feel like they could have done more with the zombie plague than what they did, but it was definitely very brutal to watch the zombie rabies, whatever dinosaur, just destroy its herd in just a grotesque way. Episode 8, Coven of the Dam, I wanted to like more than I did. I kind of feel like whenever there were humanoid creatures in a episode, I was less interested, but dinosaur freak. Episode 9, Night Feeder, is the ultimate stuck in the woods with a psycho killer thriller, and it wasn't the best episode, but it definitely kept me on my toes, and just hearing the noises and not knowing what it is that's just massacring all these animals. Finally, episode 10 is where Spear and Fang add a new person to their little tribe. So Mira, she ends up being able to speak, and she does try to communicate with them, and at the end we do get a word of dialogue finally from Spear, who says her name, Mira. I love, and I'm not stereotyping women, but I love how Fang did not like her at first and seemed a little jelly, and then was willing to go to these lengths to free her. Season 2 is coming out this year, and I'm excited to see where that storyline is going, so it seems like obviously they're going to try to go rescue Mira from the scorpion cult or whatever that is enslaving people and making them work. Obviously, we're seeing that we have different levels of intelligence and advancement among the humanoid creatures. I'd be interested to see if Mira is actually a Homo sapien, and in that case, Spear, you should probably, get in there before your whole species goes extinct. But definitely we see there are more advanced humans or humanoids in this series. We have her people who obviously have complex rituals. They have the ability to speak. They have vocabulary. sentence structures and all that. So they're definitely more advanced than the people that Spear comes from. Yeah, I cannot recommend this series enough. Really, just take the 3.5 hours, watch it. Or just watch the first episode and then watch another episode every week, or I don't know, every other day or something. It is so worth it.